Hi, VencoreWeather.com meteorologist Paul at Oregon here on Tuesday, January 27th. Well, it turned out to be a lousy forecast here in eastern Pennsylvania, across New Jersey, far less in the way of snowfall accumulations than what I had forecasted. The storm shifted a little bit to the east compared to what I expected. Also, a dry slot of air developed right over eastern Pennsylvania and into the western part of New Jersey. That kind of inhibited the snowfall overnight last night. Again, only on the order of a few inches of snow across the Philly metro region into the western sections of interior South Jersey. More than that along the coastal area of New Jersey, but even there far less than I had predicted. The new D.C. metro region did end up with a few inches of snow. There was a band that formed late yesterday into last night that dumped a quick couple of inches on some parts of that area. New York City even ended up with less than expected, anywhere in the 6 to 12 inch range. They still are getting some pretty decent snows up in that area. Just to the east of the New York metro area, from Long Island north and east all the way across southern New England, they are getting pounded. Some areas already up to 2 feet of snow, thunder snow in many areas in Massachusetts, for example. Some areas there can end up with one of the top 5 snowstorms of all time. Here's the very latest snow prediction map from the National Weather Service in New York City, just to show the sharp cutoff to the south and west for this particular system. New York City metro region right in this area, right around here, anywhere from 6 inches to about 12 or 13 inches expected as the storm winds down during the day today. Just to the east, though, by the time you get to about Islip on Long Island, right in this area right here, they've already recorded 20 inches of snow, and this is the total expected on the eastern half of Long Island, anywhere from 2 to as much as 3 feet. Same thing across much of Connecticut and all the way into the Boston metro region. Again, an all-out blizzard from Long Island to the southern New England area, with 2 to 3 feet of snow possible by the time this all winds down overnight tonight up there. And again, thunder snow in many areas being reported across Massachusetts. Right now, 2 feet of snow is already on the ground in Worcester, and 40, 50 mile an hour wind gusts accompanying the heavy snowfall right now. So they could end up with closer to 3 feet of snow by the time all is said and done. Here's a close-up of the latest surface map in the northeastern part of the country. The low pressure area right on the eastern edge here of this image, right in this area, just off the New England coastline, all the way down to about a 982 millibar low. Still some snow bands feeding in from the northeast to the southwest across New York City, New Jersey, even some snow still falling now in southeastern Pennsylvania. You can see there was a snow band right here across western Pennsylvania that affected the western suburbs of D.C. early this morning, and this is kind of typical of the pattern that formed all night long, with kind of a dry slot right here across eastern part of Pennsylvania into much of New Jersey. There were actually at some stage of the storm, there was snowing harder throughout the D.C. metro region than it was across southeastern Pennsylvania into interior South Jersey. So again, right now the pounding is occurring from Long Island across Connecticut into the eastern part of Massachusetts, and again all the way up into the coastal sections of Maine. Blizzard warnings remain in effect. 2 to 3 feet of snow from Long Island all the way up into sections of coastal Maine by the time all is said and done later today and early tonight. Well, here's the latest radar loop, and again some heavy bands rolling in from off the ocean into eastern Massachusetts. Still some very heavy snow and some thunderstorms up in that region. Thunder snow areas reporting 2 to 3 inches per hour. Notice it's still coming down from the northeast to the southwest across Long Island, New York City metro region, even portions of New Jersey experiencing some decent snow right now. Certainly nothing like what was forecasted yesterday, though, and some snow continuing right now across southeastern Pennsylvania. For the most part, D.C. metro region is in the clear right now. Things ought to wind down across southeastern Pennsylvania by the midday hours, and finally by early tonight across New York City. But much of the day and into the night, we'll continue to see a pounding in New England from this powerful nor'easter. Well, let's take a quick look ahead This is using last night's 0Z GFS model run. And by the way, the GFS, this is the upgraded version of the GFS model, certainly ended up doing a much better job here in eastern Pennsylvania and New Jersey with respect to the nor'easter snowfall. It had a much far less snowfall accumulations than its counterpart, the European model, which up till now has been considered perhaps a top model. The GFS upgrade certainly comes out looking quite well for this particular storm. And again, this is using last night's 0Z GFS model run that comes from NOAA for this evening. Then we'll look 24 hours later, a Wednesday evening, and finally Thursday evening. By this evening, that storm will continue to be producing some significant snow in portions of New England, especially the eastern half of Massachusetts and throughout the state of Maine. For the most part, in the clear here in terms of precipitation from New York City down to D.C. There will be a stiff northerly wind over the next 12 hours or so tonight. Temperatures will drop quite dramatically, quite a cold night tonight. And tomorrow looks to feature some sunshine. Let's now jump ahead 24 hours. And here's the forecast map for tomorrow evening, Wednesday evening. High pressure sitting right on top of the region, and this will lead to quite a cold night tomorrow night. It's possible tomorrow night under clear skies and calm winds, the temperatures could drop into the single digits in some areas, especially suburban locations in the I-95 corridor between D.C. and New York City. Quite a frigid night coming for tomorrow night. Now let's jump ahead to Thursday evening. Well, by Thursday evening, we'll be dealing with our next snow event. This looks like another clipper type of low. It drops southeast from southern Canada across the Great Lakes region. And by Thursday evening, the low pressure system itself is situated right over the eastern Great Lakes. Some snow likely in the I-95 corridor late in the day on Thursday into Thursday night. Does not look like a major system here. It's a clipper that will not slow down as it reaches the coastline, so it should pretty much get out of here by Friday morning. Right now it looks like a modest accumulation event late Thursday night into the early part of Friday, and we'll continue to monitor that over the next couple of days. That's it for now. For VencoreWeather.com, I'm meteorologist Paul Dorian.